Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about steering wheel and types of steering linkages. In this class, we will see about what is steering wheel and where we place the steering wheel in automobile vehicles, and also what are the different linkages of this steering system. In yesterday's class, we will discuss about the steering system of different steering gears are used in the generalized arrangement of the steering system. So in that steering system, one of the main component is steering gearbox. So in that steering gearbox, what are the different types of gears are used to convert the motion at a steering motion, that is rotary motion, into the angular motion of the wheels. So in that conversion, we are using steering gearbox. So in that gearbox, there are different types of gears are used. So what are those different types of gears we are discussed in yesterday's class? Today we will see about what is steering wheel and what are the steering linkages used in the general arrangement of this steering system. You already known about the steering system. These are the different components and conventional steering system. So what are the components are placed in this steering system, and where we place that steering, and what are the different parts are assembled in this steering system? You can see. So the steering is placed in this steering shaft. The steering is placed in this steering shaft. Okay. So in this steering shaft has connected one end of one end is connected with the steering wheel, and another end is connected to steering box. So in that steering box, we will place different types of gears, the motion conversion. In that motion conversion, the rotary motion is converted into angular motion of the steering system. Okay, so what are the different components are assembled to form a steering system in automobile vehicles? It is drop arm. The drop arm is connected to the steering box, and the drag link is connected to the drop arm. These are the two main components in that steering system. But because the rotary motion is converted into angular motion of the wheels, these are the main components. The steering gearbox is converts the rotary motion of steering wheel. So it is the steering wheel. It is the steering wheel. So in that steering wheel rotates about a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. That is rotary motion. That is rotary motion. So in that rotary motion is converts into angular motion. So in that motion conversion, we are using gears in that steering box. So the gears, different types of gears we are using in that steering gearbox. That steering gears are discussed in already yesterday's class. So today we will see what is drop arm and drop link, and what is steering wheel, and what are the different types of linkages. You can see what are the linkages. It is drag link ball joint, drag link arm. These are the different linkages. Drag link, drag, drag link ball joints, and drag link arm. Okay. So these are the different links are connected to the steering system. So in that steering box, what are the different types of gearboxes we are using? Uh, Different types of gearboxes used used in that automobile vehicles. What are the types of gears? It is worm and wheel steering gear, and worm and sector steering gear, cam and lever or peg steering gear, recirculating ball steering gear, rack and pinion steering gear. These are the different types of steering gears are used in the steering box. So these gears are very important to convert the motion in that steering system. Okay, so these gears we already discussed in yesterday's class. Today we will see the steering wheel and linkages of steering. It is the diagram of the worm and wheel steering gear. Next one, worm and sector steering gear, cam and lever steering gear, recirculating ball type steering gear. And next one. So today's topic is steering wheel. You can see what is steering wheel and where we place that steering wheel in automobile vehicles. We have available in different automobile vehicles in our uh, earth. So in the different automobile vehicles, the steering is placed in different locations. Okay, some steerings are placed in middle of the center point of the axis, and some steering are placed in one end of the axis, and some of the steerings are placed in another end of the axis. That means left side of the car and right side of the car, the steering is located. So these are the different locations of the steering wheel. First of all, you can see what is steering wheel. So attaches to steering column and shaft by one or more fasteners, mostly single nut in the center. So in this steering wheel, how it should be attached to that steering shaft, how it should be placed in the automobile vehicle. The steering wheel, the steering wheel is placed in the steering shaft at the one joint or one joint. That means in center of the steering wheel. You can see the diagram. It is the center of the steering wheel. In that center of the steering wheel, there is a joint. So in the joint, it means there are different joints are used to join the steering wheel and the steering shaft. So one end of the shaft is connected to the steering wheel. So what are the different joints are used to connect this steering wheel is, so one of the joint is single nut in the center. We are using a single nut by fixing this steering wheel. A single nut is used to fix the steering wheel in the one end of the steering shaft. Okay, so in that center portion, so you can see the inner part of the steering wheel center portion. It is the inner portion of the steering. So in that inner portion, there is a single nut is fixed to join that steering shaft. Okay, and an interference fit on the shaft needs a puller to remove. So a puller is used to remove that uh, steering shaft to the steering wheel. A puller is used to remove. You can see a puller. That means different sizes of wrenches are used to remove the this nut and it disassemble to that steering shaft. Okay, and it contains horn, may also contain airbag assembly radio controls. In this steering also we can place different things: horn, airbags is also assembled in this steering system. Observe, it may also assemble airbags in this steering system. And horn is, it is the horn. You can see it is the circuit connection of the horn. So horn is also placed in this steering system. Okay, so that is the steering wheel connection in the automobile vehicle. What is a steering column? It contains and supports steering shaft. The steering column contains the support of steering shaft. The steering shaft is supported with the steering column. Shaft is supported by bearings at top and bottom of the column. The shaft is supported by bearings. The shaft is supported by the bearings at the top and bottom of the column. You can see the inner part of the shaft is connected with the column. So in that column, the shaft is connected with the column at the top and bottom of the steering system. In that, steering wheel is planed to steering shaft located in center of steering column. The steering wheel is planed in the steering shaft. It is located in the center of steering column. You can observe this steering system. The steering shaft is located center of this steering system. So the nut is placed in the steering system. The nut is used to join that steering shaft and steering wheel. So the nut is fixed in the center of the steering wheel. Okay, so that he is told, and may have a tilt mechanism which allows the driver to adjust steering wheel angle. So to adjust the steering wheel angle, he will design one tilt mechanism is used to fix that steering wheel to adjust the steering wheel angle, and maybe designed to collapse during front impact, has plastic or soft metal rivets that are easily damaged or broken from improper use or removal, and houses ignition switches. So this steering column, you can see it is the steering column. It is the overall steering column. So in that steering column, the steering column is holds the top and bottom of the steering shaft. Okay, so in that steering column, we will place the we will place the house ignition switches, and different uh, rivets are used to fix this um, uh, different ignition processes, and different light switches are any other components are fixing in that steering column. Okay, so in that steering column is used for the holding of different ignition switches in on that automobile vehicle. And next one, collapsible of steering column. You can see that collapsible of the steering column, plastic shear points, outer section, the steering column, the steering shaft. You can see it is the steering shaft. The steering shaft is fixed to the top and bottom of the steering column. Inner section and outer section of the steering column. It is the outer section and it is the inner section of the steering column. It is the steering shaft. The steering shaft is fixed in the steering column. Okay, that is the diagram of steering column. And next one, pitman or drop arm. The pitman or drop arm is attached to the steering gears. So the steering gears are connected to the pitman arm. Okay. You can see this diagram. The pitman arm or drop arm. pitman or drop arm, this one. Okay, so it is the steering box. In the steering box, the pitman arm or drop arm connected to that steering box. So it is the main one. It is the main one. The steering box and the straggling and the drop arm are the main one. Why? Because the rotary motion is converted to the linear or angular motion by using this drop arm. By using this drop arm, this drop arm is connected one sector. A sector is placed in the drop arm. That sector is used to convert the angular motion of the wheels. Okay, that is a pitman arm or drop arm. And next one, idler arm. You can see what is idler arm and where it should be located in the steering system. The idler arm is holds one side of the steering linkage. One side of the steering linkage. You can see it is the idler arm. The idler arm is fixed the one side of the steering linkage. It is the overall steering linkage. In this overall steering linkage, one side of the steering linkage, the idler arm is fixed. Okay, and you can see what are the uh, different components in that steering system. You can observe once there is a gearbox, steering arm, outer tie rod, and what is the connection of that uh, steering system with the different joints and linkages. You can see once. Okay, these are the different parts in that steering system. You can see what is the idler arm location. It is the idler arm location. It is used to, so the idler arm is used to help the pitman arm by supporting the steering linkage as it moves in the direction controlled by the steering gear. So it supports the idler arm. So in the direction of pitman arm, you can see that pitman arm or drop arm. So the pitman arm or drop arm should moves the angular direction. It supports the idler arm. The idler arm is supports the pitman arm to move the correct angular motion of the wheels. To move the correct angular motion of the wheels. So that is the main purpose of the idler arm in the automobile vehicles. And next one, steering linkages. What are the different linkages are used in this steering system? So the linkages between wheels and the steering gear, it is what are the different linkages are used in the steering system is tie rods, steering arms, steering knuckles, ball joints. These are the different linkages are used in the steering system. First one, steering arm. First one, steering arm. Tie rods attached to front wheels at the steering arms. The tie rods is attached to the front wheels at the steering arms. The steering arm is attached to steering knuckle. You can see what are the linkages uh, in that steering system, how it should be connected. You can see this diagram. So where we look at that linkages in the steering system. First one is tie rod. So the tie rod is placed in the inner tie rod end. You can see that inner tie rod end. So the inner tie rod end, it is the inner tie rod end and outer tie rod and outer tie rod and inner tie rod. These tie rods are connects with the Pitman arm. So the motion conversion, the steering gearbox to the rotary motion converts to the angular motion by using that Pitman arm. So that Pitman arm, we are using one linkage, that is a tie rod linkage. The tie rod is fixed to the wheels connection of these Pitman arm linkages. Okay. So in that Pitman arm, we are connecting a tie rod is used to fix the adjusting sleeve. You can see adjusting sleeve. So this adjusting sleeve to adjust the angular directions of these angular directions of this axle. So when the car is turning on the angular direction, this adjust sleeve is used to turn the wheel very easily. Okay. So by the help of these linkages and are used to give the smooth motion of these wheels. Okay, so the inner tie rod end and outer tie rod end is fixed to the one end of the wheel, one end of the automobile front vehicle, automobile front wheel. Okay, and next one and next linkage is steering arms. The steering arm. So the steering arm is connected to the uh, outer tie rod end and wheel, outer tie rod and then directly to the wheel. So the steering arm is connected to the outer tie rod end and wheel of the automobile vehicle. And next one, steering knuckles. Steering knuckles. I will show another diagram of this steering system. Steering knuckles. The steering arm is connected to the steering knuckle. The steering arms are connected to the steering knuckles. You can see this steering arm is connected to the steering knuckle. It is the steering knuckle. Okay, so it is the steering knuckle. So it is the steering knuckle. So in the steering knuckle is connected to the steering arm. You can see what is the main purpose of this steering knuckle. So what is the purpose of the steering knuckle is the pivot point of the steering system, and which allows the wheels to turn, and the cars with conventional suspension systems to the steering knuckles spindle. It will locate the inner and outer wheel bearings of the vehicle. Okay, so the steering knuckle, it pivots the steering system. The steering this steering knuckle is pivots the steering system of the steering arm. The steering arm is pivoted with the uh, this steering knuckle, and which allows the wheel to turn. So the wheels are turning motion. if turning occurred on the road, so this steering knuckle play a vital role on these turnings. uh, it helps to turn the wheels. Okay, so that is the main purpose of the steering knuckle. And so it is the steering arm, the steering arms connection. So it is the wheel, steering arms, steering arms. Okay, steering arms and steering knuckle. So it is pivoted to the wheels and the steering arms. And next one, ball joints. Ball joints. It allows the suspension movement up and down as well as turning movement where items need replacement periodically. So it allows the ball joints are allows to movement of up and down of the axle. So the any speed breakers or dampings are occurred in the roads, in uneven roads. Uh, so the loads are taking by the wheels. So in that moment, these ball joints are used to give very good suspension to that vehicle. It gives up and down motions as well as turning movements also. So the wear items of these ball joints need replacement periodically. So if the uh, wear is occurred on these ball joints, we should replace these ball joints in the vehicle. Okay, so it is the tie rod and seal ball. So the ball is used, the ball joint is used, it gives the suspension system, it gives the suspension system. Okay, and the spring is placed in this tie rod end. Okay, you can see what is the ball joints location. It is the ball joints location. You can see it is the wheel. So in that wheel, it is the steering arm. In that steering arm, the ball joint location, you can see that red mark circle, ball joint location, ball joint location. So it gives the suspension to that vehicle. And next one, tie rods. The tie rods are attached to pivoted points on each front wheel. It allows for suspension movement. It is used to adjust toe of the car and tires face in or out when driving straight. So the tie rods are attached to the pivoted joints on each front wheel. So any type of automobile vehicles we are taking, the tie rods are fixed and tie rods are pivoted to the front wheels. It allows to the suspension movement. So the suspension occurred on that front wheels. So it gives the suspension, and it is used to adjust the toe of the car, that is tires face in or out when driving straight. That means tires face in, suppose in that direction are turning, so the tires are uh, in face in direction, it is the direction. So the vehicle tires are in this direction, and face out direction, the tires are in the portion in this direction. Okay, tires face in direction and tires face out direction and normal straight, it is the straight direction, driving straight to that road. So it is the purpose of tie rods in the steering system. We can see the tie rod end, it is the tie rod end, tie rod end, the tie rod and the tie rod end. The tie rod end is fixed to the pivoted to the front wheels. The tie rod end is pivoted to the front wheels. Okay, so it is attached to the tie rod. These pivots as the rack is extended or retracted when the vehicle is negotiating turns. and it allows toe in or toe out to be adjusted to the manufacturer's specifications. So the main purpose of this tie rod, it is toe in and toe out. So thank you guys. So it is the overall general arrangement and layout of a steering system. So in this general arrangement and layout of a steering system, we will see about the overall steering system and what are the different components are involved in this steering system, and how we assemble that components and form a steering system. What are the different types of gears are used in this steering system? What type of linkages, what type of joints are used in this steering system? We learn in these classes. So in next class, we will discuss a new topic. So thank you guys.